Welcome back to Daily Home Trends, where we explore the latest design trends and offer inspiration for your home. Today, we're diving into a truly timeless topic: retro revamp, incorporating vintage decor into modern homes. In this house tour, we'll show you how to seamlessly blend vintage home decor with modern aesthetics, creating a space that's not only stylish, but also full of character and history. Whether it's antique furniture or retro accessories, we'll explore how these elements can bring warmth and uniqueness to even the most contemporary of homes. First, understanding the appeal of vintage decor. Why are so many people turning to vintage decor in their modern spaces? The answer lies in its timeless appeal. Vintage decor adds depth and personality to a room in ways that modern pieces often can't. There's something about a well-worn leather armchair or a rustic wooden table that tells a story. It's history meets style. When incorporated into a sleek, modern home, these pieces act as focal points, grounding the space with a sense of nostalgia and character. The beauty of vintage home decor is that it can fit into virtually any style, from minimalist to eclectic, without ever feeling out of place. Second, the perfect marriage of antique furniture and modern design. One of the most impactful ways to integrate vintage decor into a modern home is through antique furniture. Imagine a sleek, modern dining room with clean lines and neutral colors. But right in the center, an antique wooden dining table with intricate carvings or a set of retro chairs that offer a pop of character. These pieces break up the monotony of modern design, creating contrast and visual interest. It's all about juxtaposition, the old and the new working together to create a harmonious, layered space. Antique furniture, when thoughtfully placed, becomes more than just decor, it becomes art in your home, adding a layer of authenticity that modern furniture sometimes lacks. Third, incorporating vintage decor throughout the home. Let's take a look around this stunning home and see how vintage decor can be effortlessly incorporated throughout different spaces. In the living room, a retro lamp with a brass finish sits proudly next to a modern sectional sofa, casting a warm glow over the space. In the kitchen, we find vintage-inspired appliances, like a retro-style refrigerator and classic kitchenware displayed on open shelves, adding charm without overwhelming the room's clean lines. Moving into the bedroom, we see how a single piece, like a vintage mirror with an ornate frame, can completely transform a minimalist space into something far more elegant and unique. And finally, in the bathroom, vintage tiles or a clawfoot tub can make the space feel both luxurious and timeless. Fourth, how to blend vintage trends with modern aesthetics. Blending decor trends from different eras may seem daunting at first, but the key is to focus on balance. Modern aesthetics tend to favor minimalism, clean lines, and neutral tones, but by adding vintage home decor into the mix, you can create a more dynamic and layered space. Think about pairing a mid-century coffee table with a modern sofa, or hanging an abstract art piece above a vintage credenza. You can also mix patterns and textures. Modern homes are often smooth and sleek, but vintage pieces bring in natural wood grains, distressed finishes, and intricate textiles. This contrast helps to create a visually interesting space that feels lived in and personal. Fifth, the role of color and texture in vintage decor. One of the easiest ways to integrate vintage elements into a modern space is through color and texture. Vintage decor often brings in rich, warm hues, think burnt orange, deep greens, and mustard yellows, that complement the cool, neutral tones of many modern designs. The texture is equally important. Vintage items like velvet sofas, worn leather armchairs, and wooden furniture with the patina add depth and dimension to a room that modern pieces, with their often polished and pristine surfaces, may lack. These contrasting textures, rough and smooth, warm and cool, bring a tactile quality to the space, making it more inviting and visually interesting. Sixth, curating your own vintage look, tips and ideas. Curating a vintage look in a modern home is all about making thoughtful choices. When shopping for vintage pieces, look for those that will enhance, not overpower, your modern design. Start small. If you're new to vintage decor, a retro lamp, an antique mirror, or a vintage-inspired rug can all make a big impact without taking over the space. Consider focusing on one or two statement pieces per room, and complement them with modern elements. And don't forget the importance of placement. Vintage pieces often have more intricate details, so make sure they have room to breathe and stand out in your modern space. Seventh, house tour recap, a blend of past and present. As we wrap up this house tour, it's clear that vintage home decor can play a key role in creating a space that's both stylish and timeless. The perfect blend of antique furniture and modern aesthetics brings out the best of both worlds. allowing you to enjoy the clean lines and simplicity of modern design while adding the depth, warmth, and history that only vintage pieces can provide. Whether it's a retro lamp in the living room or a vintage dining set that becomes the heart of the home, these elements create a unique, curated look that feels both nostalgic and contemporary. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring house tour. We hope you found some fresh ideas on how to incorporate vintage decor into your own home, whether you're just starting your design journey or looking to refresh your space with timeless charm. It's all about balance, creativity, and a love for design that transcends time. Don't forget to subscribe to Daily Home Trends channel for more design inspiration, house tours, and decor trends. We've got plenty more exciting ideas to share with you, from modern aesthetics to vintage transformations. See you in the next video, and until then, happy decorating!